Hi, I'm Babs. I'm one of the outreach support workers, and today we're going to show you how to make a hook.
And I'm Jo, I'm the activity coordinator, and I'm going to take you through the shopping list in a minute. As ever, we've done all the cleaning down before we started, and we are doing regular COVID tests so that we know that we're safe. So today, we're going to make a little hug that you can send to people as a little present. So we've done it with a little card. So it makes quite a nice present to give to people. We're all missing being with loved ones. So this is quite a nice way to tell people that we love them. This is a really quick one, although I'm saying that and it'll probably be the same length as all the others, but we'll have a go. So today's shopping list, you can use a log slice or a coaster if you don't have a log slice. Again, these are available online. Some scissors, a piece of card or a tag, wine bottle corks. If you don't have wine bottle corks, because they're not that readily available now, you can use a piece of doweling cut down to about the length of a cork. Wooden beads, which again we've used in previous videos, so if you bought a pack of them, you're just using up the same ones. You'll need some wool. Stretchy, I think they call them magic gloves. These are really cheap. You can get a pack of 2 pairs for about £2 from some of the cheaper shops. So magic gloves, thin strip of felt, a marker, again some blusher which we used for the cheeks last time. Somewhere I have lurking in here, oh yeah, a cotton bud. You can tell I was using it earlier with makeup on, not in my ears. And then we've also, again we're using a glue gun, and for this project a glue gun is better if you have one. Okay. So the first step, we're going to take our glove, and with the 2 longest fingers, which are usually the first finger and the middle finger, we're going to snip them off. So you're going to go down to the base of the finger, and and I've got world's worst scissors. Hopefully slightly better than that. You're going to snip them off. So yeah, really down this side. These 2? Yeah. And snip them off. We're also going to snip off the 2 shorter ones, but we're going to keep them separately a minute. We really need to replace some of these scissors. I could have chewed through this quicker. There we go. So shorter ones to one side. If you are doing multiples of these, you can use the thumb on other ones, because you could add it in. So at the moment we've got a bit of a fingerless glove going on with the thumb. So
Don't need that.
We don't need that bit now, so we can get rid of that. So you need 2 corks that are about the same size, so the nearest you can get to being, they don't have to be exactly, but near to the same size. And you're going to put, oh no, they're the little ones, in the bigger fingers, you're going to put the cork inside the glove and pull, in the finger of the glove, sorry, and pull the fabric down to the bottom of the cork. Are yours joined together? Just snip them in the middle so that they're separate. Yeah, that's fine. You could keep them joined together, it would just be easier. Okay, so I think just shove it in. So we have 2 stuffed fingers.
See, I'm all fingers and thumbs me. So it shows if I can do it, anybody can.
Absolutely. And I had another go at it this morning, so I've been practicing. You've been busy on the ward all morning. That's it. So once you've got those in there, you're going to need your base unit, whatever you're using as your base, and using the side of the cork that's showing.
I've got a bit spare there.
Doesn't matter.
No?
You won't know. Just if you just push the fabric back a bit, put a blob of glue on. That glue gun's not working. And then put it at one side and then push your glove down so that it's covering it. So just right over on one side on your log. That's it. And then all that happens is that fabric comes down and covers your cork, absolutely matter. And then we're going to do exactly the same with the other one.
and we're going to put that over at the other side, so they're like your two bodies side by side. You can have a little gap, or you can have them really. Yeah. Perfect. Now, because we've used the glue gun, that will dry quite quickly, so that's secured those on. So the next thing we're going to do now is pick two of our beads as heads, and we're going to. We're going to put a blob of glue over where the hole is on our beads, because we've got beads with holes, and then stick it on top
For a head.
for a head. And the same with the other one. This glue gun is really hot. And then we just need to allow enough time for that glue to set. Just getting rid of all the spider strings that come off glue guns. Okay, so our next bit now, we're going to take whatever colour wool you want. If you're matching it to people, so if you were sending it to like your best friend or to your mum or whatever, you could match your wool to her colours, but we've just all got the same colour. So you're going to wrap it round your fingers about 15 times, so it just makes a loop, just as if you're neatening it up. So 3. And then snip it off. Yep. I'm really better scissors. And then we need a slightly shorter bit, and we're going to tie through the middle of that. So through that bit past there. So you've got your loops at either end and you're tying through the middle.
Through there?
Yeah, right round all of it. Yeah, so that's...
Oh, you're just tying it there?
Yeah, and just tying it.
Isn't that what we did last time?
Yeah, we did, didn't we, to do the
Yeah.
angels, yeah. Exactly the same, but bigger. And we're going to do 2 of those.
Like that?
Yeah, perfect. And another one. There we go.
Give me knots, haven't you?
I wrapped all those, but yours have got the neat bit. I've got a bit that looks like an unpicked jumper. I don't think it is,
Oh,
but it looks
I'm going to
like
have to go to the other end.
Okay. I'm only going to tie the other one while you're doing that. They actually look as if they take a lot longer than they do to make. So once you've bought your bits, you could actually do quite a few and send them out to people, a little box, because they're really lightweight. They're quite nice to send through the post.
Yeah.
Quite nice. And then we're going to snip through. Last time I think we left them as loops, but this time we're going to snip through those loops at either end, so that it ends up just tied in the middle. And then you can neaten up any little stragglers.
Do both the ends then?
Yeah, just so they're not in loops anymore, so they're just open. And the same on the other one. So this is quite nice because this is where you can customise it. You could do plaits if you wanted to do, just do a long plait and glue it on, or do curly hair if you've watched the angel video, and do it a bit like that, or you could do long straight hair, or if you have like fluffy wool or wool that has been unpicked from a jumper and it goes a bit wiggly, it'd look a bit like curly hair. So that's quite nice if you're trying to match it to people, perhaps a grandchild or somebody that you've not seen.
You could smell your little bits on.
I was just neatening some bits of batch. You can always neaten them up. Right. You want your figures to look as if they've sort of got the heads a bit together and the faces are a bit forward. So when you come to stick the hair on, which is what we're going to do now, you want to put a little bit of glue on top. But try and
Around the O?
yeah, and then angle it so that you have a bit of a face showing, pointing towards the other person. And then just push the hair down, so a bit like that, Babs. And then I'll turn that towards you as well. Yeah. And then we're going to do the same on the other one, but on the second one you want to really watch that you definitely end up with the face still showing, that you can still see it. So for me, I would need the face to be like that, so they've kind of got the heads together. So I'll just put some glue on. And then making sure I've still got a bit of a face showing, and moving that person's hair out of the way. Right, so our next bit now is we're going to put the hats on. So you're taking your smaller fingers and you're going to stretch it and just literally pull it down. You can, but I found it was quite faffy and they tend to just stay on. If they ping off, you can just put them back on. So you just literally stretch it over the head and pull it down. Has yours gone on you?
It's on.
Oops,
Yeah.
Nearly pulled her head off. Poor person. Yeah, that's alright like that. There we go, so we've got two with hats on. And like Bab said, you can glue them on if you want to do, but you can also just pull them on and then you can change them if you need to.
We could make some Christmas ones.
Oh, they'd be cute, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they would actually.
Yeah. That's a project for us, Jo.
It is another project. Right, we're going to put our eyeballs on now. So you need something like a permanent marker. We've got one between the two of us, so I'm going to do mine, and then I'll pass the pen over to Bab. So what you're going to do is just put two little U shapes, or like little upside down shapes like that, and that looks a little bit like they've got their eyes closed and that they're enjoying having a hug. So if I just do two like that, try and get a matching, and just pass that over to Bab so she can do hers. I'll just straighten mine out a bit. At this point you can just faff around a bit with them. I do feel like my hat keeps coming off. I might end up having to glue it.
Oh, mine's not.
Is yours alright? I think I might have to. So they look a bit now like they've got their eyes closed and they're kind of like in the moment. Oh, yeah, that looks nice. So we're bringing the blusher back out. We're going big guns on our Lovebird blusher, as per last video. So I'll just put some on here and then I'll pass it over to Babs. There you go, we've got the cotton on there. So
And where are we putting this on the cheek?
just on the cheeks like we did last time on the angel. So you're just working out roughly where you'd have a cheek and then just putting a little bit on so they've got a bit of a rosy glow. I think I've actually got that on her hair. So on both of them, if it's a bit too strong, you can always wipe a bit off because that's quite a strong colour. That's better. We'll move our slightly pink strand of hair out of the way. Right then, so we're now going to use our strip of fabric. This is probably about, and again I don't really know how long that is, but I'm going to guess at it being about 12 inches-ish long and about maybe half an inch wide. You're going to put it round the back of your people.
You've done it to the top. Oh, that's where I had mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I got mine.
And bring it to the front. And what we're going to do is just put a little blob of glue just to hold it together. I'm actually just going to turn that off now. And then we're going to trim a little bit off the ends. coming up because I can't get my arm that way around. And then we're just going to put, if my scissors will do it, some like little fringy cuts on the end of it because it just makes it look a little bit more like a scarf. Just that much, absolutely, just a little bit. It's whatever you think really, you can have a longer scarf, but I just didn't want a bit of a Doctor Who scarf. And then you just snip it into the ends just to make it look a bit like fringing. Right, our very last bit, these tags were bought online, so they were already this shape, but you can cut out whatever shape you want. These were just quite cute because they've got the little heart in, and you just want to write a message. So our message was, once I can hug you, I might not ever stop. And I'm just going to just write that ready. And then I'm going to do a little heart after it. I was very aware there that I didn't want to be sticking my tongue out while I was writing because people do that when they're writing messages. See if Max wants to write a message. And then you can either, because this has got a tag on, you could hang it round one of them's necks if you wanted to do, so it was attached and just dangling down. Or you could glue it onto the wood log, whatever you want to do with it. But then your little people are ready